Hello my lovely booktubers, thank you so much for watching today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about E. Lockhart's Ruby Oliver. If you would like the official title, it is The Boyfriend List. 15 guys, 11 shrink appointments, 4 ceramic frogs, and me, Ruby Oliver. I love E. Lockhart. I don't think I can actually put into words how talented I truly believe she is. She is a spectacular writer. If you haven't read anything by her, you need to go Google her and add everything she's ever written to your to-be-read list because she is just incredible. She pens these amazing characters who then end up in these really intriguing stories. Everything about her writing is just spot on as far as I'm concerned. She has clear character motivations who are also multidimensional and incredible to read. She has storylines that are really intriguing and themes that people really should be paying attention to. She is just an incredibly talented writer. E. Lockhart also wrote We Were Liars, which I also did a video on, so if you're interested in that, I will include the link down below. Today, however, we are focusing on Ruby Oliver. I've mentioned before in previous videos that I'm really invested in film studies. That's one of my areas in school, and so Ruby Oliver is a film buff. Anytime any character references going to the movies or being a moviegoer themselves, I just instantly need to keep reading. Ruby Oliver references a lot of movies throughout the course of the narrative, and as somebody who has seen all of these movies, I was really excited to see them referenced in print, particularly by a teenage character because most of the time teenagers are not watching these films. Since Ruby Oliver was a movie lover, I was naturally going to enjoy her character. I really appreciated the fact that E. Lockhart addressed all different types of female-male relationships. She didn't dwell on just the romantic ones, because there are people who just have crushes and they never actually talk to the person they have a crush on. There are these moments when you just have a conversation and maybe feel a spark, but yet nothing really occurs after the fact. I really appreciated the fact she took those instances into account with this novel. Ruby Oliver has a list of 15 guys, but she has not been in a relationship with 15 guys. She's only had a real ongoing romantic relationship with one of them. On the list, she's counting everyone she's ever gone on a date with, anyone she's ever had a crush on, and so the list is not composed of just romantic relationships. It's composed of romantic feelings or potential feelings that she had for someone. There are moments in life that really do relate to what she's talking about in this book. I also liked the fact she included crushes on the list because it is a one-sided romance of sorts, and so Ruby Oliver is including anyone she's ever had a crush on as well. Ruby Oliver writes this list to address her feelings because her emotions are affecting other aspects of her life aside from just her romances. The main reason I am fascinated by this book is the fact that E. Lockhart used footnotes. This is an example of why I think she is a master of her craft. I am so fascinated by the fact that she was able to not only use footnotes, but use them really well. I don't think the footnotes affected my reading experience or detracted from the storyline in any way. The story is broken down into a few different parts. It's Ruby Oliver talking to her therapist, it's Ruby Oliver at school, it's Ruby Oliver dealing with her personal life, it's Ruby Oliver having flashbacks, and so because there were many different breaks within the narrative itself, I think it made sense to have the footnotes. If the book didn't have flashbacks or wasn't broken up in quite this manner, the footnotes might not necessarily have worked as well, but since the book was broken down in a very deliberate manner, the footnotes just added another element for me to enjoy as the reader. It's not as if I was reading this suspenseful moment and all of a sudden there's a footnote and I had to look down, breaking my concentration as the reader. And taking into account how talented E. Lockhart is, I really doubt she would have done that. The footnotes are basically just Ruby Oliver addressing some of the movies she's referencing, some of her current feelings, and things like that. For me, the footnotes really help to differentiate this novel from other coming-of-age stories or relationship narratives. When it comes to detail-oriented writers, I think E. Lockhart is right up there on the list. She has some extra elements that she just adds naturally into the text. Ruby Oliver lives on a boathouse, and her boyfriend gave her ceramic frogs. This is just a really well-written novel that I highly suggest to people who enjoy YA or coming-of-age stories. If you are a fan of E. Lockhart, I'd love to know what other books you've read from her. I believe she is a truly talented writer, so I would love to know what your thoughts are on her stories. If you liked today's video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a great reading day.